For many, it's hard to remember what life was like before the internet. The amazing achievements in technology are staggering. Though many use technology, it appears not everyone is involved in creating it. To answer Mark Twain's question, scarce, mighty scarce. So why are there so many more men than women in STEM professions? That is, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Well, research shows that math skills to be essential in STEM. Historically, boys have outperformed girls in math, but the gender gap has narrowed. Today, girls are doing very well, as you can see in this graph. In this following graph, boys on the right, boys outnumber girls in taking AP exams in STEM fields, especially in math and in computer sciences. When considering intent of college students majoring in STEMs, gender gaps can be seen. Boys are shown here in red, with especially large divides in engineering. In this graph, the good news is that women are increasing in the biological sciences on the left, but the bad is engineering is still far behind on the right. The issue is that women are not involved in the design of products that are unique to women, and they may be overlooked. For example, male engineers tailored the first generation of car airbags to adult male bodies, resulting in avoidable death for women and children. An intriguing clue is shown here in this graph. A science exam was given in 65 developing countries to 15-year-olds. Girls outperform boys in science, but not in the US. Maybe stereotypes. In the United States, boys are more likely than girls to see science as something that affects their lives. Asian and Middle Eastern countries have a higher proportion of women in science and engineering. For girls in Asian and Arab countries, education might be a way to move up in the social structure. Unfortunately, too many media messages suggest that beauty outranks cognitive strengths. It's all about the body and not the brain. It can't help to handicap them with notions that their true value is in their beauty. There's also been studies exploring the biological causes. Female and male brains are indeed physically distinct, but how are these differences translate into specific cognitive strengths and weaknesses remain unclear. Perhaps girls are just not interested. Boys and girls say that they want to be an astronaut, but when you ask them when they're 15 and you see massive gaps. The facts are that women make up 51% of the US population, but only 23% of the NASA's astronauts today. So what can be done? What are we going to do? It starts at home. It starts when they're young. Parents, if you've ever searched for a Halloween costume for your daughter, you know it's pretty hard to find anything but a fairy princess. Gender norms are so powerful we don't even notice them. It starts at home. You got to start playing with science-related toys. You have to have fun. You have to do experiments around the house. You have to take them to science museums. This continues at school as well. In school, challenges still exist trying to bridge this gender divide. It's hard when women are spending time in the bathroom putting on their makeup at school when they're there to learn. School needs to be a place where young women develop confidence and they're free to be who they are. STEM education has long been associated with merely the coverage of facts and content, definitions, memorize formulas. The result tends to be superficial understanding, only familiarizing students with the information. Girls need a chance to be able to analyze data, compare and contrast, design their own experiments, ask questions in order to solve problems previously unseen. Students need to seek alternative explanation. These are critical thinking skills. These are the tools of STEM professionals, and I might add for all learners of the 21st century. Girls thrive in classrooms that are rich in thoughtful discussions where they can directly participate, share, and collaborate. Learning takes place outside of school as well. Field trips provide the relevance and connections to community. Girls feel a sense of community because they have a chance to build it. The research shows that trips to the outside help them to connect to the world. John Muir taught us that in going out, we're really going in. Female role models are crucial. Older girls can be fabulous mentors for young ones. Early exposure to older girls might lead them into STEM fields. Research also supports collaborative learning and mentoring. Invite women into the STEM field into your school. Girls cannot be what they cannot see. Create inquiry. Let technology drive us into the 21st century. There's hope. For the first time in 54 years, NASA astronaut trainees have an equal number of men and women. Now that's progress. Remember, Women hold up half the sky.